Alright, I'll be playing Blitzcrank this game. Actually, I'm on purpose there. This game actually starts out a little weird because as Blitzcrank, I start off with boots because I know I'm not going to be doing the traditional 2v2 bottom lane. I'm going to actually be 2v1ing this game. This is a little more focused on higher level play. Usually level 1s you want to organize invades with blitz, but apparently Double If didn't do too well this game, so our other game got kind of screwed over. As usual, people never expect invading the same spot twice, which is actually what we did this game. After securing a first blood, they should not expect us to be invading their blue. That's why we're invading blue. Generally at here, blitzes can hook over the golem at 155, but since we have no vision, we only have one ward, I can't risk it in case the enemy's there, so we're just gonna invade and show. Okay. And this is how laning phase starts. Notice we're 2v1ing. I missed my hook, but that's not a big deal. Right now it's 2v1ing lane. As a support player, you wanna zone the 2v1er from the creeps. You don't want him to get last hits, and ideally you don't even want him to get experience. So I'm gonna do that by just walking up, and he has to respect me because I'm blitzed. I'm standing here because Vladimir cannot do anything against this blitz zone, and this denies him a lot of the experience and gold. At around 3 minutes is where junglers would typically gank, so I'm gonna have the ward soon. So I'm going to ward right now. A really general clear for junglers is they'll do red smiteless without doing smite, and then they'll come up to their blue buff. In this case, their junglers start off at our blue, so he would be able to go to his own red and then gank us at around 320, and that's why we have this ward here, just in case. And I know Vladimir doesn't have a ward, so that's why I'm roaming right here. I'm trying to see what's gonna happen, try and make some plays happen because they have no idea what Blitz is doing. Here I spot Jarvan, I see he's chunked, and I call for my team to respond. We misplay here because GG actually uses his combo on the Victor for no apparent reason. But I die. But I managed to transfer the buffs to my mid AP, which is good. There's nothing I can do bottom lane right here. I want Boy secured blue buff, and there's no reason for me to come into this lane because he's our AP carry and he needs to get solo EXP. So I'm heading back top lane with Twitch. I went back and I bought an HP crystal. I didn't buy Fairy Charm because Blitz isn't a champion that requires spamming spells, so there's no reason to get mana regen. Basically, if I land my hook, it's going to be an all-in exchange, and I need HP instead of mana regen. Here, I'm auto attacking the creeps because I want to push to the tower. What a lot of supports do is they stop autoing in 2v1s, and it takes longer to push, which is a problem. This should always be pushing sometimes, depending on what you want to do. Yep. I hook him and I try to get some free harass down, but Vladimir pulls away. Right now we're not going too crazy right here because we're scared of the Jarvan jungle. And right now I know that he hasn't placed a ward, so we're gonna try to dive him. But since this is CLG Black, it's a good team. They know that the way we were playing signaled the dive is him. So they played their junglers there. We get some kills off of this. The only reason we were wary of going is we had no idea where Victor was, and there was some miscommunication. But yeah, generally in 2v1s, you have two options you can do. You can either not push and try to deny as much experience and gold as possible, or you can shove to the tower and harass them and try to dive them at the turret. Those are the basic two choices. I'm not actually trying to do anything with my hook, I'm just DSing. I'm getting ready to town. Because right now I have no wards, I have no pots, and I'm really low, so I have to town. Okay, at this point I should be trying to get my gold per 10 and also buying a few wards. But as a support player, a lot of players will wonder how come have to buy gold per 10s. It's because you're a support and your job is just to support your AD carry for the most part. If you're playing standard, you are there to scale into late game without any items. And to be able to buy wards for the team without getting CS, you need gold per 10s, because each gold per 10 that you buy is 4 wards every 10 minutes, and that's huge. Where I initiate. There is no way he's getting out of this. Yeah, we're scared. After securing that kill, you never want to get too greedy. This is a very common camping ground. Yep, and this is where they come out from. I'm scared for Twitch. I believe that Twitch will die if I don't do anything, so I actually hooked him away. And doing that allows me to save Twitch, and we also can collapse for the kill afterwards. Generally, as a Blitz player, you want to refrain from throwing max range hooks. You never want to be like, oh, I'm Blitz, I'm just gonna walk up and hook you from max range, because it's really hard to land it, and also everyone's expecting a Blitz to throw out a hook. You want to throw out the hook once you believe the enemy has committed themselves to a decision, and that's when you can throw the hook, and that just raises the chance of the hook being accurate. At this point in the game, their Vladimir is very underfarmed. The point also, like, you want a 2v1s when you believe your bottom lane can't hold up to their bottom lane. As you can see, I know Vladimir ward, like a top laner, he's gonna ward the river, he's scared. on blue side, he's gonna ward here, and that's why I placed the pink here. So now since he's being 2v1, the pressure's already really high, and now he knows he's susceptible to getting dived. Gonna play scared, and that's why he wards again. He has no idea that I pinked this brush. Now this Vladimir can do nothing. He's completely blind. We have a middle lane Twisted Fate who has a global, and Udyr is very, very good at diving.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, we've managed to take the first tower. Right now, Vlad's being pushed up into his own tower. At this point, a lot of teams, you have two options. You can either keep pushing your advantage to top, or you can start grouping. I chose to group because I want to make a play on this mid tower. I missed the hook, and that because I missed the hook, my teammate dies. That's just a misplay. I should have known that he was gonna flash and wait for his flash to materialize before hooking. I don't want to randomly guess where he's gonna flash, which is what I did, and it failed. Oh yeah. Generally, supports want to ramp up their GP10s. The more GP10s you have, the more passive income you get, and these gold per 10s actually build into items you'll need. For Philosopher's Stone, I can actually roam more now and not have to town after every exchange because I don't have to run around with 300 HP with no pots left. Where we force a fight here and we bait them into fighting us. I don't wanna throw out a max range hook. It's too hard to land. I'm saving it. Saving it. We lose someone here because our Twitch is too busy not doing anything. Oh yeah, I hooked this guy. I know he's walking. He has no idea. He had absolutely no idea that I was gonna hook him right there because I was low, and why would I hook him under tower? I'm gonna die. But I trust my teammate to do what he's supposed to do, which is just a follow up on my CC that I just cast, and he did. That allows us to get a free kill. You always have to watch. You have to know. You have to always know what the enemy's thinking and just react. Skill shots aren't really like, oh, I'm really good at aiming. It's more of I know exactly what the enemy is going to do. I come over here because I know they want to do this blue buff. My mistake here is I hooked the golem over thinking that it would leash to me. But I should have known that when he takes the blue golem leash, I can't just hook it over and have blue go aggro on me. I have to be the first one to initiate on the blue golem. So if you ever try to take level 1 blue buff over the wall, you should be the only one to hit it. Otherwise, you just reset the golem. I bought Boots of Mobility. Boots of Mobility is a good buy when you're ahead. Right now we're around 3-4k ahead, and I'm pretty fed as a support player. I can't really get a Shirelia's, which is probably what I want to get in this game, or an Aegis. So I just got boots of mobility because I haven't been laning. I've actually been running around, and boots of mobility will allow me to move around a lot more. As you can see, the map right now is completely dark. There's no wards in the river. I need to run around placing wards. And also, no one has made a dragon attempt, and it's 15 minutes into the game. I need to, since we're winning, we need to force a dragon fight. When you're ahead, you want to keep staying ahead by taking small objectives that aren't really taking big risks or wasting time. We don't want to go for Baron because it's too early to go for Baron, and also Baron can almost kill our entire team if we do it. There's no way we can take them, the enemy 5 and Baron at the same time at this point. So we're gonna resort to doing drag. Thing about Blitz is it's much easier to get hooks off in the dark, and I don't want to just run around here roaming if they know I can be here. And that's I tunneled. I should have went on the Alistar, but for some reason I looked at the double buff Victor and I just really wanted to get him. Yeah, as you can see, we have an Oracle on our team. I didn't have to buy it because my jungler can buy it. If you coordinate with your team, then it saves me a lot of money and I can focus on getting bigger item buys. And this allows us to get this free dragon.
Purple team has slain the dragon.
Team fight breaks out. I can't do anything if no one is high enough HP to follow up, so I'm not throwing anything out anymore. Yeah, at this point in the game, we've just taken dragon. We're still ahead, so we want to press our advantage. We're gonna force more towers down. I know everyone just got chunked, so we're gonna push this.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
At this point, my team should be towning. Me and Twitch should town soon and get ready for the next objective, which should be towers or Baron. And I know that Udyr just lost his Oracle. I have both my summoners up, so I'm not scared at all right now, and that's why I decided to buy Oracles. I know that Udyr died last fight, and at this point, we need to secure Baron control. And without an Oracles, we can't do that. The enemy knows they're somewhat behind, so they're also trying to force. Okay, I'm scared. Right here, as you can see, all of the blind spots, anyone could be standing there. I'm scared that Victor could be standing here throughout a laser, throughout a stun. I'm not exactly sure what can happen, so I really don't want to just randomly walk up. My whole team doesn't. Apparently Jarvan was standing in that brush, and he initiates onto our tank, who just instantly dies.
Shut down.
But you always have to be careful of blind spots here. And seeing that we're a bit low, but they just lost 2 people, and we have so much burst that we can just keep on pressing, especially with Blitz. I don't have to care. I don't care if Alistar has ultimate or not. I hook him anyways. He still just dies through ultimate. He's not tanky enough at this point. He has a heart of gold, and doesn't have level 2 ultimate yet.
Shut down. Blue team's turret has been
Don't be afraid to hook Alistars or tanks into your team if the enemy can't do anything anyways. You gotta sometimes you just have to throw out the hook. Okay, I still haven't really used my Oracle. Right there, what happened was we got into a random team fight mid, and we ended up taking towers and getting a lot of kills, so we're actually snowballing. We're up now 8k gold at the 20-minute mark, and yeah, we want to get a bigger advantage to try to seal the game. So I'm gonna clear out Baron. I'm gonna try to ward the area. I want to just keep track of the enemy movements. Yeah, I'm walking. I have a ward here. I'm not too scared. I know no one's gonna stand in that brush. Normally, when you clear Baron, you don't want to randomly just check here because I have no idea what lies down here. So I'm just gonna do the quick route. I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna clear the actual river itself, and later on, when we collapse back onto Baron, I can clear them.
Purple team double kill.
I just missed the kills there. What happened there is Victor was with Jarvan, and they tried to bait us. But yeah, as you can see, we just got double kill, and I just cleared Baron, and we randomly got this double kill top, and that just means we have easy Baron. This is gonna be an easy Baron for us. All their attention is, after they both died here, all their attention will focus bottom, and it just so happens that we're in perfect position to take a free Baron.
Purple team has slain Baron Nashor.
And here we take the Baron. Once you get Baron buff, you really want to press your advantage. The game is all about pressing your advantage. If you don't press your advantage, you're basically giving the enemy team a chance to get back in the game. You don't want that to happen. You don't want to be the ones passively farming in lane while you're ahead, because what if the enemy decides to lead the lane and make things happen? That is why you have to be the one to make things happen. You have to be the ones to force the enemies to react to your decisions. You don't want to be in their shoes. You don't want to be the one reacting to their decisions. Because when you force someone to react, you're gonna force them to be in a bad situation, and chances are they're gonna make the wrong reaction. They're gonna react poorly. So after Baron, everyone clears the creep waves, and they're all gonna just buy their little items. Yeah, we're gonna set up for a push that will probably take an inhibitor, because with Baron, we're gonna try to take as many things as possible. Right here, what happened there is my fault. I did not see that he had shifted right here. Had I seen that he arcane shifted, I would have hooked him. But I thought he still had his summoners, and I thought he still had his arcane shifts, and that's my fault. I was walking around and I was trying to bait out his jump, but he never jumps. And that's why I didn't throw out my hook. And that was a mistake, in retrospect. But yeah, I just try to stand in the darkness and zone them. But I missed my hook, and now I'm completely useless. That's why you don't really want to randomly throw out hooks from the creep waves here. You have to make sure they count. Look, no one's scared. No one's scared of me. If I hook from the side, they know my hook's gonna be down. 13-second cooldown is big. I throw that, and for 13 seconds, I have no presence. Right here. Oh, they engage. Disengaged.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Okay, I walk up the zone. I know they just backed and they're not grouped right now. Up. I saw Link walking up, and I knew he did not expect me to be waiting to see if he was walking up. What happens a lot to good players will always know that you're gonna go for a hook if you're running around. But if I'm standing still and I just pedal forward a tiny little bit, I can generally land my hooks when they're walking forward. Yeah, to get better at hooks, you just have to play a lot of champions with skill shots, and you'll understand the mechanics behind it. It's a mind game. Yeah, this game is over. things to take away from this game are when you're 2v1ing, you really want to press your advantage. You really want to deny as much as possible, and it's not a static lane. You're gonna push when you feel like you can dive them or deny them harder or just harass them, and you hold the creep wave when you can. And also when the opportunity is up there to roam, you should take it.